Okay, I don't feel like this is enough gloss. Good morning. Hold on, I gotta go find my other lipstick. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, boom. Here we go. Now we're getting to the rich stuff. Good morning. Good morning. Boom. There you go. Y'all thought y'all got rid of me? Nope. Not yet. Not yet. I'm like a mom that's taking her kids to daycare for the first time, and I can't leave the gate. So here we are again. Welcome to the morning message. Yeah. Let's giddy out, okay? Let's giddy out. Welcome, y'all. I am still doing a get ready with me videos. Getting the last of the sleep out of my eyes so we can have a lovely and thought-provoking morning message. God, I love that BP spray. That spray be hitting. It's gonna make me look a little bit shiny for a second till it dries, but then it's going to go up. Okay, beautiful. All right. What is it? 4th day of August. Woo, come on, that shine. The shine, though. The shine. Okay, there it is. Boom. Love that. All right, y'all. Good morning. Look at my moderator on top of the moderations. I love it. Thank you. And then what happened? It just looked like this. I don't know why. So there's no way you bring me on just straight. Hi, DeAndre. Huh? There's no way you bring me on straight from the platform. You know what? I'm gonna look into that. So give me a second and. All right, just check it out. All right, thanks. Get it figured out, she says. Okay. Actually, let me make sure I take all of my belongings downstairs. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to the morning message. Clearly, still getting situated. Just like a mama could not drop my kids off at the school and walk away, I said, no, I want to do another morning message. And I'm going to keep doing it until it doesn't feel resonant for me to do it anymore. But, yes, good morning, guys. Good morning. I didn't think y'all would mind. And if you did, you probably wouldn't tune in. But since you're here, let's talk. Since you're here, let's talk. Let's talk. Oh my goodness. God is so amazing. I promise you. So amazing. Gotta stay ready, okay? Stay ready for your blessings. Okay, this camera is, I think, too dirty. Hold on a second. See if that helps. Okay, it's okay. So, kids. Okay, so kids. Today we have a very special charge today. Okay. Dang, I thought I had. Oh, okay. I thought I had more water than that. We have an important task to accomplish today. Okay. I am just so under-prepared in this moment. Things that I thought I had in this bag. Guess I'll use this one. Today we have an important day, okay? Why? Because I know the way that I'm made, I'm supposed to respond to life. Okay. It's not for me to be doing anything real impromptuly without notice, impulsively. It's not for me to be doing anything too drastically, too impulsively on a whim. Okay. Like my choices in life have to be very intentional. They don't have to be. I want them to be. I choose for them to be very intentional and thoughtful and intuitive. Um, even the things that I may not have, quote, researched or, sat with for a lifetime, I move intuitively from my gut with it. So I'm pretty intentional about the things that I do. Not to mention understanding how my energy flows is like things work out better when I'm responding to life as opposed to I have a bright idea, let me go do it. I'm very mindful of that just by my human design. So today I need you all's help and direction and honestly your support in this, your willingness to support me in this. Um, I need to know what it is that you all want to know. I need to know, like, what are some of the questions that you are trying to answer in your own life. Think of it like if I were going to work with you one on one in an intuitive reading right about now, what would we be talking about? And you don't have to give me specifics right now, but give me like the general topic and as much specifics as you want to. I welcome it. But I really need to know, I need something to respond to as I am evolving, as the word came through, and just becoming more of who I see myself as a person and a professional. I need things to respond to. I need to know what it is that you all are literally struggling with and what has you paused in life and what has you feeling stuck. Um, and I need to kind of base what I do next around what it is that you all in real time and in real life are experiencing. So today, welcome to the morning message. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Today on the morning message, I'm asking for your insight literally around what you're struggling with so that I can align myself with the frequency of what people are needing. Okay? Y'all got it? Let's go. So if you don't mind putting it in the chat, general area, if you want to go general, like your love life, your career, family things got you down. Like, what is it? And if you want to be specific, it would be okay, co-parenting. Okay, thank you for your candor in that, and your willingness to share, Najee. So, yeah, it's like I need to know what are the topics that y'all really need to not just know more about, but like areas of growth. Okay. Um, I'm asking for those of you who have been read by me and have had an experience of getting that intuitive insight through me. What would you be wanting to talk about right now? Okay. Um, I feel like what's next for me is really to do more live coaching in real time. And in order for me to be able to offer that, it has to be needed. And if you all aren't struggling with anything, then it doesn't, there's no opportunity or there's no natural pathway, I'll say, for me to transition to doing something different. But if there are things that you find yourself um, troubled by, in your own experience and really trying to make sense of, I would love to know that so that I can support you even in these general format experiences. I would love to be able to support you. Oh, girl, okay. Perimenopause, feeling stuck career wise to the point I don't even feel like I have much value anymore. Oh, my honey. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Parenting adults, quote unquote, yes, who are struggling with life. Oh my God, girl. Woo! So we need a whole empty nester mom group, okay? Because most of us empty nesters are about perimenopausal age and all of the things become relevant, okay? So I received that. Crystal, thank you for your share. I'm gonna make some brief notes just so I can remember. Um, Vig, if you're still in here, if you don't mind trying to capture some of this stuff too, that would be really helpful. But yeah, that's the vibes. Is what in real life are you struggling with? Ignoring negative energy and messiness from someone I live with who also happens to be my mother. Layers upon layers upon layers, okay? Layers. So we're talking like mother wounds, roommating, right? Um, oh, just like the topics. I'm making some notes though, Vic. Capture the topics. Yes, feeling stuck in career, like I would love for you all after we get off here to follow me over to TikTok for a quick read if you're open to it. But this is the vibes of like what I feel most called to do. Channeling is always going to be a natural thing that happens when I express and when I'm in the room, when I'm present. If energy is coming through that I feel needs to be expressed, it will be. But it really is for me to be working more in tandem with people in real time and staying focused on what I'm supposed to be doing versus what she thinks I should be doing. Man, those are layers upon layers again, again. Layers. Let me just kind of capture this like this so that respond attentively and remember what you all are saying. Um, Glenisha, listen, um, a multi-generational household is complex in and of itself, right? It doesn't matter what kind of relationship you have and who's doing what. It's like when grown folks start living with grown folks who, gave birth to those grown folks, like it becomes complex. Whether it's, going up to a parent or, dealing with an adult child. It's complex in and of itself. And we don't talk about these things enough and talk about what are some of the rules of the road to, create that level of mutual respect and reciprocity, that can flow more naturally. But these relationships are complex. Yes, I'm struggling with trust, trusting myself and what's in store for me. Man, and I'm sure you guys, as you're sharing, I know other people are resonating. I am resonating, okay? Even myself, I literally intentionally practice trusting myself. Like, I question my judgment around certain things, and I have to go into my own gut to find the truth of, like, okay, like, bitch, you're good, or no, bitch, you're out of pocket, but that doing that inner work of doing that, it is a challenge sometimes. Trusting myself and what's in store for me. Yeah, yeah. Trusting myself, that whole, I know I've done some lives on it, but it's because when I start talking to you about living intuitively, you can't even hear what the fuck I'm talking about because that immediately requires you to trust yourself in a way that you're not comfortable with. And I'm not just talking to her, I'm talking to the collective. Like, I'm talking to myself. It's a process for all of us as human beings to really come to learn to trust ourselves. Like, we have instinctive and intuitive knowing that we just disregard as a thing. Like, we just don't even honor it with the great respect that it should have. And we're always going to think that what we're thinking is the better answer, the better choice, because we've processed it using data and evidence. And quite honestly, if animals and nature and other things that just kind of naturally exist in our ecosystem, if they operated off such mechanics, like, we would not exist. And so, we have that same kind of, I want to say that same kind of embryology. We have that same kind of internal makeup that has sustainability in it inherently. So, anywho, I can't wait to teach you all more about that and how, as even as I'm talking about just living intuitively, being the great equalizer between all the things that you guys are struggling with. Learning how to live intuitively, learning how to trust your gut, okay, to make decisions, learning how to act on your in the moment intuitive knowing, splenic knowing, learning how to self regulate your feelings. Like, that's the great equalizer between everything that you guys are talking about. Okay. Literally, self mastery is the great equalizer between every single thing that you guys are talking about because we cannot control anything or anybody outside of ourselves. And so, for every problem that you just listed there, the solution is always going to come back to, so what are you going to do about it? It's like not waiting for so and so to do such and such or the mountains to move and the sun to shine. It's like not waiting for anything but yourself to get reorganized in how you deal with yourself and how you deal with other people from inside yourself. It's like not even how you like what you behaviorally do. It's not even your habits or patterns or practices with other people. It's what you think about. It's what you believe is possible and what you believe to be true. Like, all of that's inner work. Like, nobody else can help you with that. Okay. So I can't wait to have these more in-depth conversations about these things and to do it in real time with you all. For those of you who are so open and willing to share your life and in a little bit more detail through your question or your statement. Like, I really would love to. It felt like the energy almost feels like a little bit of an interview. It's not in as much as you all call them readings. They're more for me like energetic interviews. It's like, as much as you all may be talking to me about something, I might ask you a question like, so what do you want to talk about? And you start talking about it. And I'm not even listening to the words. I'm feeling for the energy of how you're saying it and what are you not saying behind it? And what am I feeling versus what you're saying? Do I feel alignment in it? It's like there's a whole underbelly of experience that I'm having with you as you're talking and sharing. And this is the kind of stuff that I want to teach you all how to do through our conversations and through our energetic interviews. I want to teach you how to get connected to that knowing inside yourself. So then all of these things that you're challenged by, that you now approach them differently because you are looking at them differently and you are feeling for solutions in them differently. You're not just using reason and your emotions and history as a means to problem solve. You are literally feeling for what is right, next, and best. And sometimes that's the truth that makes us uncomfortable because we may feel like we should do something like, that's generous or kind. But then our thinking mind is reminding us of the history in the past that this person doesn't deserve it and they don't, they shouldn't get it or whatever it is. And it'd be throwing us off alignment. It'd be throwing us completely off of alignment. So, yeah, I'm kind of hinting a little bit more at the new social show that I'm bringing forth. And we're going to bring it forth on TikTok and see how that flows over there. But I can't leave y'all over here. I mean, like, this is a vibe even for me. I ain't going to hold you. I may complain about having to get up every morning and having to get my shit together and be on camera and share and talk and all the things, but I do love it here. I do. I appreciate this space. It's a very sacred space, and it's all to the good. So, okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay, so I got it. Anything else y'all want to add? Okay. What are you struggling with in real time? I know there's a bunch of people in here that want to talk, that's too afraid to talk because they don't want to be seen. You just throw out a general theme or a topic. It doesn't have to be personal to you. Like, might be something that your mama or your daddy is struggling with. Okay, might be something that the homie is struggling with that you're trying to be a support to. It doesn't have to be your shit. What are you struggling with? Okay. All right. Let me drink some water. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. My app is in the description of the video. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel is not going nowhere. It's just a matter of how often I show up on it now. Listen, so the topic today, I feel like the topic today has to do with like risk. Okay. We started talking about this yesterday. I don't think I introduced myself today, by the way. Hi, Allah-mi Basheer, Intuitive Self-Mastery Coach. Welcome to the morning message. Okay, we're 22 minutes in on the introduction. Don't worry about that. So, yeah, I feel like today's message has to do with risk taking. Okay, we were talking about this yesterday. And how, long story short, we just need to start betting on ourselves and doing the things and all the things that we've said we're going to do, right? And I'm not trying to be dismissive. I'm in this equation too of like, bitch, you've been talking about this, just do it, stop talking about it. You're going to do it. Okay. Um, so that, that bet on yourself energy though, it's more than just a notion. It's more than just something that you say. To say you're going to bet on yourself is one thing, and then to do the things required of, that follow through, it looks different, right? I can sit on the internet and on the interwebs with you all day talking about what I'm going to do and then never get off the internet to go do it. So talking about it is not the same as being about it. And today, I feel like we need to talk about the actual process of being about it. Okay. So, welcome again to the morning message. Those of you who are new here want to learn more about who I am and what I be doing, go to begreateveryday.com. Thanks. Yes, I am in a garage. Yes, there's a bunch of just nonsense in here. And, it's clean nonsense, but it's just stuff, you know. But I feel like Oscar the Grouch. Like I'm super comfortable in here. It feels warm and toasty. All right. Wait, is it Oscar that was in the trash can? Or was it Grover? I don't know. Anyways, y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. We are having a conversation about being about the things that we say we want to bet on ourselves about. Okay, or maybe you didn't say you want to bet on yourself. Maybe that was just implied in our conversation. So let's backtrack a little bit. So, what are you wanting to do that you're not doing? That's a question. Okay. What are you wanting to do that you are not doing? Mm-mm-mm. And I welcome you to put that in the chat. Let them vibes bring truth. Okay. What are you wanting to do that you're not doing? Write it down, say it out loud, put it in the chat, tell a friend. Okay. I'm gonna write mine down. What do you say you want to do that you're not doing? And thank you for liking this video. Take a moment, if you would, to like this video. What do you say you want that you're not doing? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, I already know mine. Exercise every day and get this baby weight off. Okay, that's what you're saying you want to do that you're not doing. Okay. Anybody else? And you don't have to say it out loud here, but you at least need to be real and honest with yourself. Tell yourself. Okay. Tell yourself what it is that you know you are wanting to do that you're not doing. Okay. And so once you get clear that that is a thing, that there is a thing, okay, that you're not moving forward toward, it's for you to start to kind of, um, I'm channeling this, okay. It is for you to start to break that down, okay. So you have the awareness of something you want that you're not doing. In the truest sense of self-mastery, that is the first step, is awareness. Having an awareness of what you're wanting to do that you're not doing is the first step. Okay, because without that, you've got nothing. Okay. And so the next step in this journey is, if you are actually curious to like move this momentum from thought to action, okay, what you think you know and want to do, to actually getting a thing done, it's like following that next step of understanding self mastery. It's like you are aware that it's not happening and that you want something. And now this is where the natural curiosity has to kick in. Okay. Okay. In order to really get going towards something that you really want and take it from thought to action, you've got to get curious about why there's no action. Okay. You got to get curious. Okay. And notice I didn't say you got to figure it out. Okay. You just got to get curious about it. Because shit, if I tell you you got to figure it out, then it's like that's going to keep you stuck another 10 years trying to figure out why you can't figure out what the problem is. Okay. It's a whole vicious cycle. But again, in the truest sense of wanting to take thought and make it action, transform it into action, becoming aware that there is no action is step one. Okay. And then to get curious about that. So I describe that curious, I describe this energy as being curious, but it really is about joining in on the exploration. Okay. It's like going on a deep dive discovery into self and why you are not moving toward what you know you want or should do, is what I'll even add to this. Not just things you want or outcomes you want, but choices you need to make. We'll add to this. Okay. So if you want to get closer to understanding why it is that you're doing the things that you're doing or not doing the things you want to do, it's like you've got to get curious enough to go question it, explore it, like lean into the wonder of why. Okay. And I know that I'm slow dog walking this, but follow with me if you could. I'm actually explaining to you the steps to self mastery. How do you get yourself from here to there? This is the process for everything. So becoming aware of what your problem, challenge, or difficulty is the first step. Getting curious about it and looking to discover and explore why. Those are the second and third steps. Discover and explore. Why? Okay. The fourth step to mastery is coming to gain some understanding after you've questioned. Okay. So the first step is awareness. The second step is discovery. The third step is exploration. That fourth step to mastery is self understanding. Okay. Meaning, once you become aware and you start to question why, you are now coming into a new understanding of what the situation is or what challenges you're really faced with. What are the obstacles? Okay. And with any obstacle, before you can change how you're going to think or move or choose around any particular thing, you really got to come to some level of acceptance around it. So when we're talking about self-understanding, it's not just knowing that, I'm like this because that happened. Okay. It's like really coming to understand and embrace it. Okay. And that's the part that we missing around certain things that have happened in our life and even our deep understanding of what's happening and why we're not functioning at a higher level right now is that we may be able to do the basic math. The reason why I hate my job is because I hate my boss. That's simple math, but it's like to really come to accept that that's a choice that you're actively making, and you may say, well, I keep showing up, so clearly I've accepted. No, that's a behavior pattern that you're stuck in. But to accept it is to really honor that in your mind, you're making it make sense to give yourself less than what you deserve or desire. In your mind, you have to accept the fact that you are choosing to put yourself in situations and circumstances that don't resonate for you. Like this is what happens at the layer and level of self-understanding in its truest sense. Is you come to understand your drives and motivations for things. Okay. Now, in order to change again and shift this momentum from just something you think about wanting to do to actually getting in the momentum of action, that self acceptance piece is real important. Okay, because it's like self acceptance means that there's also inherently a little tinge of self love that comes in there. Okay. It's like to change any behavior, to change any mindset, to change your momentum in anything, you can't hate yourself to the finish line. You have to embrace and love yourself. You actually have to develop a new layer of self compassion in that self understanding. Okay. It's like a layer of self love and self respect that starts to give birth to itself when you tap into self acceptance. And self acceptance doesn't mean like, you're happy that you're falling short of what you're potentially capable of doing. It doesn't mean you're happy about it, but it means that you just hold sacred where you are in your own journey. Okay. And that's what self acceptance looks like. It's like accepting, that things could be different and things could be better and you could choose X, Y, or Z. But it's like, where I'm at right now is okay while I grow to where I'm becoming, okay, or who I'm becoming. Whew, it's a lot of energy in those vibes today, clearly. Okay. But it's a lot of energy around that. Okay. As we're talking about how to take this momentum from I'm not doing what I should be doing or want to do to now how do I get going? It's a lot of energy around really coming to master yourself. And these are the steps. Okay. So it starts with self awareness. Okay. Understanding that there's a problem. Okay. There's something that's not feeling aligned, and then getting curious about it through your self discovery and exploration. Okay. Discovery means I can admit that there is a problem here. And exploration is where that curiosity really goes down into it. Like, my why? Who, what, when, where, why? How did I get like this? Okay. How did I allow this thing to start being the sticking point between who I am and where I'm trying to be? Okay. And it's not for us to just get stuck in trying to figure out why and how of a thing, because we could do that for a lifetime as well and still never make progress toward change. Okay. We can still never actually take action toward where we're going because we're stuck in now trying to quote figure out. Remember I said don't try to figure it out. Okay. It's not for you to figure out, it's just for you to sit with. Okay. Just to sit with it for a second. What could be some of the reasons why you are allowing yourself to get stuck here? Or what could be some reasons why you are making this continual choice to be in this situation or to deal with these conditions? Okay. Whew. I feel like this momentum is going real fast today, but I won't stop. So, yeah, the fourth step to mastery is self understanding. So, once you get curious about why am I staying in this place, or why am I tolerating these conditions, or why am I making these choices, okay, it's not to get stuck there, but it is to work toward acceptance of this is the choice. Okay. These are the conditions. These are the reasons why. These are the influencing factors why. Okay. It's not for us to get stuck in the why, it's for us to really work toward the acceptance. Okay. The curiosity is so that you can come to uncover what there is to love and embrace, not reject and judge. Okay. Whew. Okay. It's like having compassion. Mm. Self accountability is so difficult, right? For one, we can't even see what we need to be holding ourselves more accountable to. And then for two, it's like when we're the judge and jury in our own mind, it's like it's hard to navigate all those things in fairness and in consistency. Okay. So the fifth step to self-mastery is we're talking about how do you get yourself jump-started to go toward the things that you want in life and choices that you know are in your better interest. Again, transformation has to pass through self-acceptance and self-love. So self-love is the sixth step to mastery. Excuse me, the fifth step to mastery. Fifth. After we come to a new layer of self understanding, again, inherent in that is a sense of self acceptance, which the fifth step is self love. Okay. Whatever you come to understand about yourself is not for you to hate it or be mad at it. It's for you to embrace it, to have compassion, and to work towards self love. Okay. Anything you want to change has to go through love. Isn't that interesting? Some of us think, if I have a tough coach, if I have even a fitness coach, you ever hired a workout trainer and you're probably not going to pick the most docile one. You're probably going to pick the one that has a little bit of bite to them that'll kind of get on you and hold you accountable. Okay. You would intentionally choose out this type of person. Okay. But you're also not looking for somebody who's going to beat you up. You're looking for someone who's got that right balance of grit and toughness and care. Okay. And the reason why you wouldn't pick the one that's so just hard is because that self love is still necessary in order to create sustainable change. Okay. It's like we all need to know people care about us. First of all, if they're working with us, we really want to know they care at the end of the day, even if they're the most intelligent and most professional, professional. We still want to know that they see the humanity in us. Okay. We still want to know that they can have some compassion for us. And we still hiring them for that reason. Because we know that our change is contingent upon that variable too. Okay. And so we may be able to see that with other people and with outside relationships and not so much with our own relationship with ourselves, but the same is also necessary and true that you have to embrace yourself in order to change yourself. You can't hate yourself and want better for yourself. Okay. It's like you've got to embrace what is that you don't prefer so that you can bring in more of the energy of what you do. Okay. You can say, I'm not satisfied with how I look right now, but I still love this body. I still appreciate this body, even though I desire for it to be more slim or have less weight. You know, there's a way to work towards self improvement with things without grossly undermining or undervaluing what is now. Okay, so it's a lot of energy around that. Okay. So I want y'all to remember that you're not the only person going through these things. Okay. I know I have to remember that sometimes too. You know, you be thinking you're the only one that's dealing with your particular problem, but other people have your problems too. If that's any consolation, other people have your problems too. Okay. So, for the challenges that many of you put on in the chat, it's like a community will help you with that. You know, getting in different communities. Like some of you, you know, having mother wounds is more common than you think. Okay, it's like other people have your problem too. Okay, mother wounds is a very, 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 very hot topic right now. Okay. And it feels like it's this because it's a generational shift that's happening. It's like there's a new turning of the guard in motherhood. It's like these new modern moms are doing things in stark contrast to how our moms ever did anything. And so it almost feels like there's a new mom revolution happening. And it's a stark contrast in parenting now than how we were parented or even how our parents were parented. So, you know, there's much to be said on so many levels around those of you who struggle with different experiences you had with your mother of origin. Um, why did I start down that road? Why did I start down that road? Oh, because they were giving me this energy around like being in community with like-minded people who have your same problem too. So it's like there's a lot of groups for moms who had mother wounds. Okay. There are groups for women who struggle with the symptoms of perimenopause. Actually, I used to be in one of those groups in my clubhouse days. Um, there are groups for folks who struggle with domestic violence, or and I'm hearing like the I don't even want to say it like this, but it's like giving domestic violence light. So it's like maybe it's not knockdown, drag out fights. Maybe you're not the victim, but it's like you know, there's a little bit too much aggression in arguments. You know, there's throwing things, maybe not at each other, but it's like it's toxic. So domestic violence light. Ugh, let me just back away from that for a second. I feel bamboozled. I'm realizing my mom is a narcissist and she's a master manipulator and control freak. Oh my goodness. Mm. Again, other people have your problem too. And I don't say that to be an asshole. It's an honest fact. And if anything, it feels like a call to action to really look for this is what is this? The Eight of Cups. Yeah, to go and look for. It feels like looking for a support group. It's like looking for um, communities of people who have your same challenges. Okay, I don't know where you look for these things at. I don't know where you look for these kinds of specialty things at. Or I don't know where you look at. Would it be, I don't know, like meetup.com? I don't know these platforms. So it's like Eventbrite. It's like there's meetings and workshops around this shit. Okay. I know that we have some things now loading when it comes to doing shadow work around your parents, mothers, and fathers. And we don't have nothing coming around perimenopause. We should though, because Vic is having her moments. I already survived it. So oh my goodness. Lanisha, I'm so sorry that you have to deal with so many layers of challenge in your relationship. Um, there is some magic in it for you. No one ever really wants to hear that. I know I never want to hear that. That my toughest obstacles bring the biggest light. I don't want that to be the truth. I just want people to stop being irritating, and then it all could be fine. But really, we be standing to learn lots of lessons from people who give us the greatest difficulties. As I call them, character building exercises. All right, let's see if we can get the cards up because there was a whole bunch of them that came out. Let me look at the bottom of the deck also. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. This is the bottom of the deck. So this is giving me like, I want to say, oh, my phones need to be charged. I want to say that this Nine of Cups in reverse energy is given, honestly, it's giving me an energy of never satisfied. Okay, of never, not just not being satisfied, but it's like never satisfied. Okay, and I have to build up to what this is speaking to. As we're talking about, moving toward mastery. Oh, okay. As we're talking about practicing self mastery and what does it really take to get ourselves jump started toward um, who and how we want to be in life. Yeah, self love is the pathway that starts to really create change, okay, and help to foster a new perspective. Our relationship with ourself is the most core relationship that we'll ever have in this lifetime. And it's the one that we spend the least amount of energy cultivating. Okay. And we call it self care. Okay. But it really is cultivating a relationship with yourself and with your body and with your mind and your heart, your feelings, with yourself, like giving your attention to yourself. So, when I start talking about finding new ways, to love the things that you are challenged by, some of y'all probably looking at me like I got two heads because, like, what the fuck does that mean? Like it's a challenge. It is something I'm trying to like love. I'm trying to deal with it. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to overcome it. I'm not love it. Like, what are you talking about? And so I understand that that is a far-fetched conversation for some of you, but that doesn't change the fact that it's relevant and necessary to, not just get curious about the things that you see may be holding you back, but to come to really embrace them as a part of where you're at and letting it be okay. It's like, yes, this is where I am. This is how I move. This is what I'm dealing with. And you know what? It's okay. And not okay because I'm going to tolerate this forever and this is how it's supposed to be for always. It's like, it's okay because I'm learning. It's okay because it's temporary. It's okay because I'm growing. It's okay because this is what's needed right now. It's like whatever, however your mental mind needs to justify it. Ultimately, the goal is to bring into full clarity that level of self acceptance as needed in order for you to take a new action towards something. Okay. It's like you can't be mad at yourself and then trying to do positive things for yourself. You've got to really come to embrace who and how you are right now today, knowing that you have great potential to be even better tomorrow, the next day, the next day. Okay. So self acceptance, excuse me, self love is step number 5 on the trail to mastery. And it's so essential because the next step is actual change, it's self transformation. Transformation. Okay. It's like no matter what you do, how much you try to therapize yourself and how much you try to talk your way to different conclusions and understand the why and all the things, don't shit change unless you change. Nothing changes unless you change. So it's like there's got to be a fork in the road that has you accountable to what are you going to do different. Okay. You trying to figure out how to get activated and do what you know you really want to do. You've got to get clear about what you can do differently than what you're doing right now. Because what you're doing right now is not working. So, what can you do differently? Okay. What can you do differently? And double down on it. What do you need to do differently? What must you do differently in order to create that kind of change or any change? Change requires change. What are you going to do differently? So, yes, you can reach those levels of self acceptance to where you're not beating yourself up for not doing it anymore. You're not, talking shit in your head and you're not judging yourself real hard about it. Okay, that's great. That's a healthy thing and that builds momentum for change. But change doesn't actually happen unless there is a change to be made. So, what is it? Okay. And this is again where the rubber hits the road. Okay. This is where change requires us to sometimes like face a fear or something that we really loathe and don't really want to do or don't want to have to experience. Like change requires us to get uncomfortable. hmm And this is where people get lost on their own dreams is that they're not willing to get uncomfortable. They're not willing. They don't want it. If you don't want to be uncomfortable, you're never going to change because change requires discomfort. It's not let me change and do something that still feels right and that feels, easy, even though it's still not quite what I want. Like the discomfort of detaching from what you're used to doing and then attaching yourself to what you're doing, even if that's the only layer of discomfort, it's still discomfort. All right. Messages are messaging. Okay. Y'all like this video for me, please? Thank you. I spent my whole life not wanting to be like her. I think everything is being put back in my face now, and I remember what type of mother not to be. That was what I was just saying about the new mom revolution. Folks is like, no, my situation wasn't ideal, and I'm not about to repeat these cycles, so let me do it real different. Yeah. So, you know, again, we can't change outside people. We can't change any condition outside of ourselves. So when we start talking about change and transformation, although we may hope that certain people one day, quote, get it and start doing what, in our opinion, is more appropriate, acting in a way that it seems more sustainable for a relationship with them. We want and hope all those things, but we don't control them. So if you want actual change in your life, you've got to change things for yourself. Okay. Which would be step 6. Okay, on the path to mastery, and the final path being mastery, where you just keep practicing that same cycle. Okay, mastery is not a final destination. Oh, I've mastered it, it's done. Like, nobody who's ever done anything will tell you that. Okay, because if you just keep living and your body change or conditions change, it's like now you're having to master something you thought you had nailed down. Now you're having to repeat the cycle again. And you're mad because you thought you were over it. And really, mastery is an ongoing process. Some of y'all need to write that down. Mastery is an ongoing process. It's not a final destination. It is a lifelong journey. Okay, it is a lifelong experience. You know what they say about alcoholics and drug addicts is like your first drink or your next hit is just right 5 seconds away. It's still tangible right here, even though you have 50 years sobriety. It's still right there. Okay. So it is it is a journey. Mastery is not a final destination. It is a process. Okay. All right. Steps on a journey. Okay. So let's see. Trying to figure out how to get yourself jump started, you might start in this explorative path. What's the problem? Get curious about where this problem came from. What are the variables that are keeping you stuck in this problem? Okay. What do you now come to understand about where you're positioned in the problem based on that questioning? Who, what, when, where, why? Where did this come from? How did I get like this? Why am I choosing this? Fourth step, what do you come to understand and accept about yourself? I'm choosing this, that, or the other because. Okay, fill in that blank. Okay, understanding is great. What's the new choice you're going to make? The next step is transformation. What are you choosing differently based on that new understanding? Okay, what are you choosing differently? And again, the final step to mastery is to keep choosing, to keep aligning your choices with your thoughts and your behaviors, to align. Mastery is the act of continual alignment. It's not perfection. It is the continual practice and process of alignment. It's intentional choice making over and over again. Recognizing the problem, getting curious about it, looking to learn and understand, accept it, identifying what you're going to change about it. It's all work within you. Nobody has to do anything different. Okay. So I have all these other cards, but I'm still feeling drawn to pull one more out of here. Okay. And it's this one. So it's giving me like the card of inner conflict. Okay. So it's like this, I want to do it. I want to do a thing, but I'm scared. Okay. That's what this is giving me. This inner conflict, literally. This card is giving it to me as well. It's like inner conflict. It's like needing to free yourselves of judgments, beliefs, criticisms, old failures you're still holding on to. It's like a need to really make way for a new way of looking at life, a new way of looking at yourself. This big energy around that, a new way of looking at yourself. You know, the title of this video is something like "Take the Leap," even if your leg shakes. It's like, nothing changes until you change. And like, if you're waiting for the conditions to change in order for you to now be courageous enough to do something new or different, it's like, God bless you. Okay. You're going to be waiting because the conditions are always going to have a perceived threat. It's never going to feel 100% safe because it's not even about the conditions. It's the fear, and the fear can always find something else to latch onto, and it will. And it will. Okay. So this Queen of Swords energy is giving me like needing to get clear. Like it's like becoming a better manager of your thoughts, honestly. It's like, okay, this thought is healthy, it's encouraging, it's supportive, I'm gonna let it in. Nope, this thought over here is toxic and it's condemning and it's criticizing, fear-based. Nope, I'm not letting it in. It's like a bouncer. This is giving me like bouncer energy. Big time energy, like, a bouncer like at a club, that's gonna vet who can come in and who cannot. That's what I feel like this energy is, but for your thoughts. Okay. The judgment card is here, and actually these cards, oh my goodness, and then it ends with the Ten of Cups. Come on. This judgment card is like needing to get more clear about purpose. Okay. It's like, what do you understand your assignment? Okay. This is given like there are things that y'all are not going toward that's actually a part of your assignment. But because you don't know the assignment, you're able to just let these opportunities pass you by. You're willing to just not do the work. It's like you don't understand the bigger picture in it all of what you're experiencing right now. Man, I had a lot of cards. And I'm telling you, I got two tens. This 10 of Pentacles is upside down. It's like if you're willing to lean into your fears, if you're willing to be discerning of your thoughts and only let the ones that believe in you in, if you could do this inner work, okay, it has outer benefits. Okay, it's like it's got inner benefits that you feel good, but this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like cha-ching. It feels like revenue streams and income. It's like you think that you're just, It gives the energy of like small things that small choices. If you start to make small choices in the direction of the bigger things you want in life, it's going to pay big dividends. Okay. It's like it's path, it's purpose, it's for you. It's not a detour, it's not a delay, it's not a distraction, it's divine. Okay. Literally, it's like everything that you hope for. That's what this energy is like. It's like hopes and dreams is fortune after difficulty. It's like having gone through some bullshit and learned how to alchemize it, and now you on the other end of it. And I love these readings, but they're also kind of a little Pollyanna-ish. Like it feels a little bit like too good to be true. And I'm telling you that even as I channel this message, it's my own human skepticism. It's like, all it takes is that, and it does. It literally does. All it takes is for you to start to lean into your discomfort, doing things that you wouldn't ordinarily do, and allowing yourself the grace and compassion to do it without judgment. To do it without needing to be perfect. To do it without needing to please everybody in the aesthetic or in the process or whatever it is that you use. You use other people's judgment to hold up a standard of value in your own life. Okay. So y'all saw the cards. It's like, get your head together. Literally, get your thoughts clear. Stop entertaining negativity. Get clear about your purpose. Okay. Like, what's the bigger picture beyond what you want to do? It's not like you just want a job for more money. It's like there's a bigger agenda. What are you really wanting to do in your best life? Okay. What's the impact you're wanting to have? Like, that's what you need to be thinking about and focused on. Let those thoughts in the gateway. Okay. And let the ones that say you can't and you shouldn't, and you're too old and it's too much and it's too this or that, like cut that shit off. Okay. And cut it out. Okay. Cut it off and cut it out. All right, I gotta go because I got 2% on my phone, and I feel complete with these messages anyway. But I'm gonna invite you guys to join me on TikTok live right now. I'm gonna go plug up the phone. Join me on TikTok for just a hot second because I gotta go to the library and work. But I got 30 minutes to do some quick reads. So anybody who wants one, join me on TikTok live right now. Okay, I love y'all. If you don't have time to follow me over there, maybe you'll go to begreateveryday.com, book a reading for yourself, a clarity call, a human design reading, whatever your pleasure is. I would love to connect and support you with whatever you are challenged with. Thank y'all for responding in the chat. I appreciate you. Bring your questions on over to TikTok. Let's talk about it live. All right, y'all. Love you so much. Have a great day. No matter what. Peace.